After so much effort, doctor, I got a 2.5 GPA. What's wrong with me? I always write down every detail of the lecture. I rarely miss the class. In case I miss the class, I make sure that I borrow my friend's lecture and note it down. And look at this Spanish subject. I got C in this. I should not take that subject, to be honest. It was so hard for me to remember those Spanish words. I only remember one thing from that class. Hola. You mean hello. Exactly. What's wrong with me, doctor? What should I do? Calm down, Kushi. Okay, I understand your situation now. Okay, listen to me carefully. I will give you some techniques in order to improve your memory. These are very effective strategies for studying and remembering course material. First of all, take effective notes. You're doing it wrong so far. Less is more, Kushi. Rather than jot down every detail of the lecture, it is better to listen and think about the material and then take down the main points. Okay? The second technique is specially for learning a foreign language. Use the keyword. In your case, Spanish language, let's say, I love you. In Spanish, te quiero. The keyword is take care. You might envision that when you love someone, you take care of them to remember te quiero. The third technique is to rely on organization cues. Recall the materials you read in a textbook by organizing them in memory the first time you read it. And then keep rehearsing, keep practicing. And lastly, don't believe in claims about drugs that improve memory. So these are the techniques you have to follow. Let me know whether it works or not. And best of luck, Rishi. I know you can do it.
Wow, those sound really helpful. But I wonder if they actually work.
Yes, of course they work. These techniques have been proven by a number of studies that they can actually help to enhance the memory.
Proven, huh? I have an idea, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun too.
Alright, what's it then?
Well, just knowing something is not going to help at all if you don't take actions. So, we've got to try them by ourselves.
Interesting. How about a short experiment?
A short experiment? I love it! What are we waiting for then? Let's do it!
In the first experiment, I will use the keyword technique. I will try to remember 5 English words as well as I can. To test, I will divide vocabulary into 2 sets. Let's try it. I will read all words only one time for both sets. First set, I will do it by recognizing the words without the keyword technique. And second set, I will do it by using keyword technique. The keyword technique that I use is only remember the first 3 letters of the word with the meaning of the word. And the result come out. I can remember 4 words. And that is better than remembering all the words. That I can remember only 2 words. In the second experiment, I will try to recognize and recall the parts of the brain by relying on organizational cues. I will look at this picture and try to remember the brain parts. To test this strategy, I will divide the parts of the brain into 2 sides. First side, I will do it without any hints. And second side, I will do it by using the first alphabet to help me to recall the words better. On the organizational cues experiment, I try to use the hint with only 1 letter of the word. And the result come out. I can recall it all. On the other hand, on the empty side, I cannot remember it all. And also, I put it wrong.
Okay, so in this third experiment, I'm going to watch this class record and I will try to make use of the effective notes technique to remember a few terms in this topic of classical conditioning, and we'll see how in a while. To remember the 3 terms, I will do it in 3 ways. For the first time, I will try to remember by simply listening to the teacher.
You have to understand kinds of reinforcer.
For the second term, I will start taking notes, but I will simply write the whole sentence. And the third term, I will try to take an effective note by sticking to the concept of less is more. Okay, so let's conclude about this experiment. So from the first term that I didn't write anything down, I cannot remember anything at all. Seriously, I remember the term, but I don't actually remember its meanings much. I mean, if I go back and revise, I may, but right now I don't feel like there's something in my head. The second term, that I wrote everything down. For one, I couldn't finish the whole sentence, and that was just so much, like so many words to actually remember. So I remembered something, but not all of them. And then for the third term, well, I think that I remembered. And when she talked about the example, I also put it down. I didn't put the whole sentence, but I break like a list about the meanings, and it actually helped. So yeah, I would say that it's really effective. Okay, so here we are at the fourth experiment. I've always wanted to learn Mandarin, and I think today is a great opportunity to start. Some people say practice makes perfect. Well, let's see if it's gonna work this time. So here, I will watch this clip to learn 2 random Chinese conversation sentences. For one conversation, I will only read and listen to it twice. For the other, I will read and practice it for more than 10 times.
你在这里多久了？2年了。
Okay, so I'm done listening to a couple of random conversations in Chinese. Well, I think it could be because I just listened to it, so I actually can remember it right now. Yeah. Oh, so it's been 10 minutes. It's actually stuck in my head. The sentence that I tried to practice earlier, so I can remember 你在这里，你在这里多久吗？No， 多久了 ？Yeah, I think. And then 2年了。The first sentence, actually, I cannot remember the whole sentence, but I can remember 理会 something because I practiced like so many times. I've been using this techniques also, and I think it's really helpful. It's actually an effective technique to use when you want to remember something.
Rather than using luck, we can practice and improve our memory by ourselves. One better way is to apply and use 4 stages that we show you. If it worked with us, it could work with you too.
Sometimes we want to go for shortcuts, but we must understand that our body, our brain, is not like a computer. There's no shortcut here. Just a single supplement wouldn't help if you don't take care of your health. And I'm talking about both mentally and physically. Remember, these are just guidelines. While one technique may be suitable for one person, it may not be as effective for the others. At the same time, different techniques may be suitable for different types of tasks. The important thing here is that you start doing it. You start take care of your brain and your memory, and once you try, you know which one is best for you.
Just try it! Yay!
I got a 3.5 GPA, doctor. Congratulations, Kushi. Muchas gracias, doctora. You're most welcome.